Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is wAFF and we're going to be watching Cyberpunk 2077 PlayStation gameplay. It's literally 8 days away until we get Cyberpunk 2077 finally, and the most frustrating thing is I've just bought the collector's edition box, Cyberpunk box. It cost like £300. It's really expensive, but I really wanted it, and I've been planning to obviously have this for the 10th to do an unboxing and to play Cyberpunk and do some live streaming with it. And it turns out I'm probably in Miami because I've just got a gig, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's really stressing me out because I also want to be able to go to Miami, but I also don't want to go because I want to have Cyberpunk. Life's really difficult at the moment. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get onto it at some point, but there is a new video that's come out. It is like a few days old actually, maybe it came out last week, but I have been slow recently because, like I said in previous videos, in case you missed it, I have got so much on at the moment with my music for my record label and just getting it all set up. That's taken all my time, so I haven't even got to play the PlayStation 5 really that much, and I haven't been able to do any videos because it also takes so much time. So anyway, I have been slow with this, but I haven't seen it yet. Let's just watch it together and then we'll talk about it at the end.
With Cyberpunk 2077 launching on December 10th, we want to continue to give you a closer look at the game running on console.
Good.
In this video, we're showing you footage from the very beginning of the game, following the Nomad life path, which is one of 3 you'll be able to pick from.
I still don't know what I'm going to
The gameplay will
choose
start
at
with
first.
PlayStation 4 Pro,
Oh, sick, here's the customization of
and then we'll also
it.
show you
Of the characters.
PlayStation 5 footage thanks to the console's backwards compatibility.
We haven't seen this yet.
Since going gold, the team at CD Projekt Red has continued to work on Cyberpunk, addressing bugs and glitches,
Sick.
and enhancing
Graphics
the
are amazing.
gameplay and graphics, which will be distributed to all platforms as an update on launch day.
I bet there's
And this
loads
is how
so
we
you can
want
customize.
you to experience the game. The gameplay you see today already includes a great number of those fixes, as we work towards bringing the best possible experience on December 10th.
Okay, so this is PlayStation 4
Finally,
Pro.
just remember that when Cyberpunk launches, it will be compatible with both current and next-gen consoles.
Nice.
So if you'll be picking it up on PlayStation 4, it will also work with PlayStation 5, and it's the same for Xbox.
Nice.
And a full next-gen upgrade is coming for free sometime next year.
See, that's the most frustrating thing, is that it doesn't come straight away. And they don't say when it comes out.
It was nothing serious when I came in.
So annoying.
Sure.
It still looks so good though, and this is on the PlayStation 4
You
Pro.
can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
That's fine. Step aside.
What? Got any idea what to do?
I'm gonna bypass the coupling and rig a hot wire.
Compressor will run on and on. It could seize up.
Did anyone ask your opinion?
I imagine there's going to be a shit ton of talking in this, like dialogue to choose from, which I'll talk about it later, how I think about that. Because I'm not that big of a fan of constantly having to choose dialogue.
Not shabby at all. Question's how long it'll last you.
Do you have the manifest from the transport?
Of course I do. But the fixer didn't give you the job deeds?
I think that's such a cool thing. You can just zoom straight into the car,
Sure.
like go from third person to first person.
Listen, friend. We're both professionals, ain't we?
I wonder if you can like customize the inside of your car. That'll be pretty cool.
Contraband
I reckon.
or-
I think you could.
Why, are you nervous?
Me? Por favor.
If you're armed, place your weapon here.
I just think like exploring this world is going to be so interesting that I can't imagine you getting bored.
Now please report to room number 2.
Look at that. There's like so much detail of each character. Each character looks completely different, doing their own thing.
Room 2.
No one looks like they're copied and pasted, which is like a really amazing thing, I think.
papers? Is this routine? It might be. We'll see.
This still looks so good with the PlayStation 4 Pro. I
What
hope
are you
that
transporting? It's all in there.
I hope it actually looks better from the get-go on the PlayStation 5.
Every day digging the grave, stepping up here with the stakes, city of dreams, city of gang. You don't believe in no fate.
Can't stop digging nights.
Stepping up here with the
City like any other. Just bigger.
Nah, mano. Not just any other city. Morgan Blackhand, Michael Whelan,
Adam Smasher. Legends are born here.
I think the music's just going to be so good as well. Oh shit, this is PlayStation 5. Wait, I didn't even see the difference.
Check it out, V. Shit's going down.
You look like your average bust.
These ain't your average badges. That's Max Tac. NCPD's apex predators. MTAC rolls in when things fly out of hand. Gunks out there, though. Just a bit.
I'm trying to like look for some changes, and I didn't realize it switched so quick, so I can't like compare it.
Bastards.
I mean, it does look
Had it coming.
so smooth though. I wonder if you could just get out if you wanted to.
What's
Guess-
the deal with these borderlies flipping us the finger as they fucking please? With no consequences.
He took a risk. He assumed we didn't have a clan backing us, and he was right.
Pendejamente ridículo. So what now?
We've crossed the border. Now you pay me, and we go our separate ways.
you to sleep, begging the beef, taking the roof, up the Medusa.
I mean, the graphics are so good. I'm more than happy with Justice anyway. If this is what the PlayStation 5 looks like from the beginning, before it gets the upgrade. Is this with the upgrade or not? I don't know.
Can't keep her steady.
I wish it told you in the top corner if it was like with the upgrade or without.
Mierda, perdón! Got you, assholes! V, aim for the driver!
They take a lot of damage.
Picado!
Okay, sick. Okay, so there we have it. We have the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 5 Cyberpunk gameplay, and it looks incredible anyway. The PlayStation 4 Pro looks unreal. Like, I'm already completely sold on the game. Even if I couldn't play it on PlayStation 5, I would be more than happy with this game, how it looks on a PlayStation 4 Pro. But because I do have a PlayStation 5, it's a brand new console. I've been really wanting to play Cyberpunk on the PlayStation 5, which we can right from the beginning, from launch day. But the thing is that I didn't realize was that we don't get the free upgrade to all of the ray tracing and the graphics and the performance mode and the capabilities of the PlayStation 5. We don't get all that until later next year. But they don't say when next year. We could be waiting until like middle of 2021 to get this upgrade, which will be so frustrating because many of us will have probably completed the game by then. Maybe we'll get it sometime really early in the year next year. We just don't know because they haven't said, and it's frustrating because I really want to be able to play this the best it can play. Like, I want to have the best performance, the best graphics, of course, especially having a brand new PlayStation 5 and knowing you can play this on that. You want to be able to actually have the best of this game possible for you to play on. So it is a really frustrating thing, but at the same time, it still looks amazing. And then on the PlayStation 5, when it showed you towards the second half of this video, the graphics still look absolutely class. I think they do look a little bit more smoother. I would have to go back and compare them both. If they did like a side-by-side comparison, that'd be pretty cool just to see the difference, because it was too hard to just notice then. It just switched from PS4 Pro to PS5, and I didn't even know for a few seconds, so it was like, whoa, shit. By that time, I just, I had nothing to compare it to. So anyway, I'm super excited. I can't wait for this. So just going into the world itself, I think going around this world, Night City, is going to be incredible. Well, there's Night City, then we have like the Badlands, which is like where you start as the Nomad. You're in the Badlands to begin with. You have the Corpo life path and the Street Kid life path, which are all centered in Night City. So Nomad's more based on the outside at the beginning anyway, and obviously that will lead into Night City. So I don't know which life path I'm going to choose first. I imagine I'm going to go with Street Kid at first. It just feels like, I just feel like I'm going to do that for my first playthrough. But the world itself, I think it's just going to be so fascinating. I think it's going to be so interesting to walk around, meet all the different characters. Like I said in there, you can see that all the characters that we got shown are all completely different. They're all doing different things. There was a girl on the phone, there was someone just sat there, there's another guy leaning against the wall. They all look different, they've all got different clothing, different face models. Like, they're all completely unique to themselves, and this is what CD Projekt Red have said anyway, that pretty much everybody is their own character. There's over 1,000 NPCs with their own daily routines, a full 24-hour life cycle of daily routines. That is so much, that is shitloads, over 1,000 people in this game, NPCs doing random shit throughout the whole day and night cycle. So it's gonna feel like it's alive. I haven't seen that much detail yet, apart from in Red Dead 2, and I don't even think they had that much. So, you know, if you want to compare it to Red Dead 2, Red Dead 2 was unreal, and it really felt alive because of all this. And I think Cyberpunk is gonna be even more people with different routines and different daily routines, and just so much more going on. I just feel like this game is going to really blow people away. I really do. With this game being such a huge open world RPG, there is a part of it that kind of worries me a little, just because, and this is just my own personal view on open world games and RPGs in general, is that some of them I love and some of them I really don't like. Like, for example, Assassin's Creed as a whole, I just don't like them. I just think they're so boring and repetitive. And I've just bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've put in maybe 25 plus hours, and I've already decided I probably aren't going to play it again. It's just so boring. I find it completely boring. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Even from the first hour or two, it's the same shit as you get in the 25 plus hours. My friend's been playing it for 80 hours, and he's still not even near completing the game. He's still got 4 regions left, and he's decided to just completely just stop playing it because it's just boring. It's the same thing. He's just like, it's the same thing all the way through. It's not changed. It's just the exact same sort of pattern all the way through it. And I know this video you're watching now isn't about Assassin's Creed, but I just want to compare both of these games, Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk, and sort of talk about what worries me and what excites me. So, going back to Assassin's Creed, the gameplay, it can be fun. The combat can be fun, but when you kind of understand how the combat works, it becomes instantly just repetitive and boring. Like, I actually find the combat in Assassin's Creed rubbish. I just don't enjoy it. It's just, I don't know, it's just not that good. And to say you're gonna have 100 hours plus of this game and the combat already in 20 hours is boring. Like, for me, I'm just like, well, then what else has it got? So if you look at the game, there's tons of side quests, there's tons of missions to do, there's so much loot and exploring, and I feel like the loot and the exploration is the best part of Assassin's Creed. Like, it just is. It's exciting, it's interesting to find new loot and different armors, and I always find that interesting. The game isn't actually shit. It is a decent Assassin's Creed game, but the thing is, I just feel like when you're constantly seeing every mission just be like a copy and paste as the last mission that you've just done, I also do have to mention that the game looks amazing on a PlayStation 5. The actual land itself, like the world itself that Ubisoft have created for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, is actually amazing, and I haven't even covered hardly any of it, and I'm already like, wow, this looks so good. To stand on the edge of a cliff or the edge of a castle and look out from high up across like the lands, it's really, really amazing stuff. It looks so good. But then the rest of it, when you go to like the side missions and the side quests, you meet all these different NPCs, and none of them are interesting. Like, no one's interesting. They're just, you have the same, it's like a copy and paste moment. So you have your character, the camera looks at him a certain way, then it pans back to the second character. They both have the same stance. Every NPC you see always has the same stance. You have the same stance. You just stand there like this all the way through it. and it's like it's repeated, it's constant copy and paste. It's just you meet someone, they say a load of shit, you go and pillage some village, set it all on fire, take the loot, that's it. Next guy, do the same thing. Go and raid somewhere, and the raids are not even that fun. They're just the same thing over and over again. And I don't know, just for me, I just don't want to have that experience with Cyberpunk, and I really don't think that that's going to happen at all. I think in Cyberpunk, one thing that I definitely think is going to make this so much more fun and interesting is the interactions that you have with the characters. I think are going to be way more exciting and interesting than your usual RPG open world game. I think that all these characters are just going to be fun to listen to and talk to, and because this is a game made for adults, it's a mature game, they're going to have a lot of swearing, it's going to have a lot of like offside humor, it's going to have a lot of violence, and you know, there's sex involved, there's all these different things that we don't expect or see in games really ever, and this is the sort of interactions that you're going to be having with the random characters in this world. And I just find that already I just feel like I'm going to be way more interested in what these characters are going to say, because each character that I've seen so far in all the gameplay trailers and videos or whatever, they all have something really interesting and unique about them. They all have some crazy look, they all have some mad job title, like, I don't know, like a Ripper Doc, or like the people who are like half cyborg and half human, and you can do deals with them, and you can try and take some of their technology, but they might turn on you, and you know, there's all these different options for this game, and I think that this is gonna make this game so much more interesting, and be able to play right through this game probably 3 times, do each life path 3 times. I'm a type of person who gets bored in RPG games quite easily. Like The Witcher 3, I actually think is a really, really good game. I haven't completed it. It's such a massive game, and I have it on my Nintendo Switch. I do have it on PlayStation, actually, and I just kind of stopped playing PlayStation, started playing it on my Switch for when I'm traveling and I'm touring around. I'll just play The Witcher, and I love it. But there is so much dialogue. There is so much dialogue to go through and to choose from that I even get so bored just on Witcher. I'm like, I just skip through it all. But Cyberpunk looks way more interesting than The Witcher 3 from my personal viewpoint, just because Cyberpunk, the world itself, it's futuristic, it's sci-fi. That is pretty much my perfect game. Cyberpunk 2077 looks like my perfect game, so this is what keeps me excited. But I am a little bit worried because I really hope that I don't get bored. And I really don't want to get bored, because I want to play all the way through this game. I want to complete each life path, and who knows, maybe I'll platinum it. Definitely won't, because I just can't platinum any game. I also feel like with this game, as much as it's open world RPG, there is elements of like Grand Theft Auto in this. It isn't like GTA, I know it's not, but like, you know, you can just steal cars, you can just go along the streets killing people and fighting people. There's gonna be loads of shit that will happen if you just start going around the streets killing people and running people over. I imagine you'll have the police come after you. There is elements like Grand Theft Auto, so it isn't just like a full-on RPG game. It is going to be a ton of fun as well around that. So I just feel like this world itself, I just think walking around this world, looking at stuff, going to all the different stores, going inside the shops, you can do robberies and shit, you can do like loads of different things. So it's going to be so interesting to walk around, and a lot of this is vertical, so you can go into all these different buildings, and the majority of them you can go in and go up to all the different levels, and there's different shit going on in different levels. There's like loads of shit you can go and do and explore, and I just think it's going to be such an interesting world, and I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I really hope that it doesn't become repetitive, because pretty much every RPG open world game is repetitive in some way or other. They just are. Like Ghost of Tsushima was a really, really quality game. I loved it, but still it was just the same thing for me over and over again. But I did complete it because they kept the combat really good and interesting. The story wasn't that good, but I was invested into seeing what happened at the end and how it played out. And I just feel like the combat was just really, really good. They nailed the combat, and they made it so different and their own thing. And they had a lot of variety in the combat to make it interesting to play through. Whereas Assassin's Creed, they do have different variety, but I don't know. It just doesn't keep me there for some reason, Assassin's Creed, and that is just my personal take. I'm not into it. I would like to maybe go back to it and see if I can get through it, but straight away 20 hours in and I'm just like, I'm literally bored playing this, and my friend's played 80 hours and he hasn't even completed it yet. So I really hope that that doesn't happen to me with Cyberpunk, because it is my most anticipated game of the year. And yeah, that's all I can kind of say for this. I'm just really excited to get it, and it comes out in 8 days. 8 days. Bastard, I just realized saying that I'm probably not going to be here. Yay! Well, anyway, you guys are going to probably have it. Let me know down in the comments what the game's like whilst I'm away, because I'm going to be crying on my own knowing I can't play it for a week later. So, but anyways, guys, that's it from me. If you do enjoy my videos and you haven't already, then please hit the subscribe button. That would be amazing for me, or at least give me a thumbs up and hit the like button. And also, if you do enjoy my videos and you want to keep updated, then hit the notifications bell, then you won't miss anything from me. But as always, guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and I'll be seeing you next time on wAFFwORLD.